Welcome to Catan.
New energies.
New energies. We're Luke and Alex from Love Board Games, and we are about to review this game. And if you watch all the way to the end, you will see the rating out of 5 that we give it. I don't know if this noise is making noise on my microphone, so we're going to keep doing it. Okay, put the box down, Luke. Right, Catan New Energies.
So, it's not a new game. It's a year old.
It's a year old, it's not old.
It's not old.
Catan's been around forever and a day, but this is just a new variation. Typically, we don't like the Catan variations.
No.
We have played most of them.
Not most of them. We've played a few.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
And we've always ended up reselling them because we haven't enjoyed them. We love the original Catan, one of the games that we started with and still play often. But this one added a whole new twist. And let's talk about it, Alex.
Yes. So the setup, it is very similar to the original Catan. It's a bit more high-tech. So it is more
into
round.
the modern age.
Yes. So it is a bit more new design. It has upgraded the tiles and the artwork, but the mechanics are basically exactly the same as the Catan. You have the 2 dice, you roll them, and you collect resources. You're building cities, building towns, and roads to connect them. So the difference with this Catan is that they put the environmental twist. So at the beginning of every round, instead of straight away rolling the dice and collecting resources, you collect from this bag 1 token. So those tokens, we collected this one. So those tokens are 5 different ones that correspond around the board here. And the bad ones. That means that something bad is happening to the environment. So the one I picked up has to do with governments and bureaucracy. Then you have, but industries go up, something like that. No idea what it means. Then
I'm really selling it. I've got no idea what it means.
You have flood. You have smog and fumes, and a person literally drowning in waste.
Could happen.
Yeah, could happen. So as you're picking them up, you start putting them around on the corresponding slots. And that is the first move you do in your turn. If all of that, or any of those little islands filled up, that's when something happens during the game. Disaster strikes. So I'll read them. I don't remember those all by hand.
So just read one.
So we have the air pollution, for example. In that case, the player with the highest polluted city must place 1 hazard token on their city. So what that means...
Yeah, the hazard tokens are kind of funny looking.
So you have those tokens that look like spillage.
Looks like an egg, but without the yolk.
Yeah. That goes on top of your city. That means that your city will not produce. So you're being penalized because you're ruining the environment.
Yes.
Also, it can go on a tile, and that means the tile will not produce. It's even meaner, I think. So
I just noticed they put a bunch of dolphins around like the polluted parts just to make you feel extra guilty.
Do you know what those dolphins mean?
What?
How many players?
Oh.
The other side has 3 dolphins.
That's clever.
Yes.
But they're not over there. Although they are on the good part too.
Yeah.
I take that back.
Yeah. So for those that are not familiar with Catan, as I said, you start by picking up the token and then you roll the dice. The dice will correspond to a number that is around on the board, and you will collect the resources if that number is rolled. So for example, if I roll a 9, which is there in the middle one, the blue player will collect the green resource. So what are the 5 resources you have? So you have the wood, which is the same as the original Catan. The stone has evolved to steel. The sheep have become wool. The hay is now food, and the brick stayed brick. And you collect resource-based game, and collect resources, then will help you spending them to build roads, cities, towns, or collect development cards, which we're going to talk about them later. So you collect the token, you roll the dice, you collect the resources, and then you decide if you would like to build something. So the difference also with this one is that comes with that player mat, which is I actually quite like that player mat because it has everything a player needs in one go. So it tells you the cost of your cities, the cost of your towns, the cost of your roads there. And then it has those extra things that they're the power plants. That is a new addition to the game. So you build, and the next player carries on and goes around the table. Your aim is to collect 10 victory points.
Yes, which in a traditional game of Catan, you only really collect those points through victory cards or through building towns and cities.
Yeah.
Which is the same in this. However, you can also win without having collected the 10 points, which is a very interesting twist.
So if the little tokens in that bag run out, the game ends. And if the game ends because you run out of tokens, then the person that has the greenest development wins.
Not the one with the most victory points.
No.
It's clever.
So on the same board again, on the top, you place your cities and towns. As you can see, this one has been set up for the blue one. As you remove the cities and the towns, they add up to the environmental impact. So you can see there is 1 extra black cloud for a town, 2 extra black clouds for a city. And that moves that tracker here higher up. The greener you are, the less of those will be revealed. So technically, the more you build, the worse it's for your environment.
Yes, which makes sense.
Yeah. To counteract that, you can build green energy. As you can see here, it's minus on
so
the
you still build, but you invest in good energy sources.
Exactly. So an extra 6th resource that they introduce is those ones, which is science.
Science.
That's what they call it.
Oh, I thought you said silence.
Not silence.
Science.
Science. And that's an extra card. And you need those so you can build either a brown,
bad energy,
or a clean green energy plant.
Good energy.
So those ones, the green ones obviously are way more expensive. You need 3 science cards.
Yeah.
While with the brown ones, you only need 1.
I don't think we built any brown ones when we played, or you had one.
I had one because I was forced to build because it was one of the consequences.
Oh yeah, you had to build. But Sarah and I both only went for green.
Green ones,
we felt a moral obligation to just go for the green ones.
So those ones slot very nicely next to your tokens, next to the city. So the towns will only accommodate 1. The cities will accommodate all 3 of them. And it has to go on one of the tiles, which you choose which tile will go. So this blue player has placed it on the tile with number 5. So that means if you roll a 5, that power plant produces as well. So you produce electricity, which you start collect on your nice board here. Electricity is another thing as an extra kind of resource that you can use. So you can use it to get resources, you can get rid of the pollution, or even to get rid of a brown energy plant. So as I said, you roll the dice, you collect resources so you can build. If you have not noticed, or if you know Catan already, there is one number missing, the most common number that appears, which is 7. And that's in the middle. Well, not in the middle. It happens to be close to the middle here, which is a desert. The normal Catan used to have a robber.
Yes, it's not a robber anymore. What is it? Inspector?
Inspector. It's an environmental inspector. So, like the robber, when you roll a 7, everyone has to halve the number of cards they have if they have 7 or more.
Yeah, it's a bugger.
Yes, so if you keep hoarding cards, you're allowed to.
You get penalised if you roll a 7. Or somebody moves the robber.
Yes.
Which is another action you can take.
So the robber moves and can go anywhere.
Inspector.
Inspector,
sorry. I did the same.
Yeah, goes anywhere on the on the map, but your aim is to block an opponent. So if I go here, roll a 2, you rarely you roll a 2, but let's say you roll a 2, that blue player will not collect any steal anymore. And you get to steal a card from that player as well. So that's what the inspector does. So Luke said that there is another way that the inspector can move, and that is as you're collecting development cards.
Yes, I like a development card, and to be honest, it's quite hard to win without them.
No, because they do give you victory points, and those are the only concealed secret victory points you get in the game. Because everything else is people can see on the track how far away you are, but those cards you don't have to declare.
They're a bit like community chests in Monopoly, aren't they?
So there is then an example cleanup card. If you play that card, that's when you move the inspector somewhere else. So another way that it might not have been rolling 7, it might have been just by playing that card. Another one, for example, is, that's why they're good, build 2 roads for free.
Which is really good to get.
Which is really good to get. So roads are always placed on the edges and on the corners. That's where the cities are being placed.
You have to have 2 roads between a town or city, don't you?
Exactly. So to build a new city, so the blue player to build a new one, they have to carry on building roads. You cannot just randomly place a city.
Are they called towns and cities in this, or do they have another name?
No, they are towns and cities.
I remember the name is different from the original game.
Yeah, because there were villages.
Maybe.
It was towns and villages on the original one.
I don't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. Either way, same principle. Big building, little building.
Yeah, exactly. So you cannot build on an adjacent one. It has to be 2 edges further down. So around the map, although it is an island, because there is an island actually, there are ports that you can use to trade. To trade 2 to 1 for a specific resource, 3 to 1 for any resource, or 4 to 1 if you want at any time with the bank.
Without a port.
Without a port.
Yeah.
Also, it's a really good game for trading with each other.
Yes, you can haggle with each other, which is nice.
You can trade as much or as little as you want. They can offer you whatever they want. And if you want to take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't.
How much of that is a house rule and how much of that is the proper
It
rules?
is the actual rules.
But there's not specific bargaining agreements you can do in the real rules. No, it's just open.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want. So, on your turn, as we said, you pick a token, you roll the dice, you build if you want, you buy cards if you want, you produce energy if it happens, and that's the turn end.
Simon's coming to say hello.
Oh.
Hello. He likes this game.
There are many pieces.
And now he's sniffing the camera.
So, as we said, the game ends when someone collects 10 points or if you have run out of the tokens. Another good way so you can collect points is...
There are bonuses to be had.
Yes, so if you have the longest road or at least 3 cards, cleanup cards, that's also how you can get those. And finally, we said that if you roll a 7, you have to have your cards if you have 7 or more. What is good about this game, if you have 2 energy tokens, you can open a warehouse that increases that.
You can hold your hand up to 10, which is good.
So you can hold 10 cards on your hand instead of 7, which is actually a really good addition. As you progress, green tokens go into the back, and the green tokens will give you positive effects, not negative effects. And according how polluted the whole island is, you draw more or less tokens out of the back.
You definitely get penalised if the island's getting more polluted.
Yes, because you draw 3 tokens at a time, and in this case, actually the game will finish way
really
faster.
Quick. Yeah.
So that's it. That's the instructions. It is, as I said, based on the actual Catan, but I liked all of those extras that they added. It was really clever.
Yeah. So Catan New Energies. It is it 8 plus or 12 plus? Oh, I can't see it now.
Oh, I don't remember. There it is.
12 plus.
12 plus.
Depends how smart your 10-year-old is, I suppose.
Yeah.
3 to 4 players. They haven't yet brought out an expansion that we're aware of, so most of the others have an additional 2-player expansion so that you can have up to 6. We haven't seen one for this, unless anybody knows any different.
No.
And it says about 90 minutes, probably about right.
Yeah.
Cool. We really like this game.
Mm-hmm.
I particularly liked this game.
Yes.
And I gave it 4.5, maybe a 5, 4.75, maybe a 5. I really like it. And we will definitely play this again. Like, this is one of those ones where we would be reluctant to put it in our lending library, even though it will be in there.
It is already.
I know, but I'll be sad when I wave it off to the postman.
Yes, between this one and the normal Catan, I prefer this one.
Yeah, I prefer this to the normal Catan. We've done our time with normal Catan. Yeah, we like it. Catan New Energies, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe at loveboardgames.co.uk for our online board game borrowing service, where we deliver board games straight to your door. You can borrow between 2 and 6 board games a month, and Simon is going to send you a pack of sweets.